Hello, everyone. Welcome to WinCat Sports, and it's our weekly Tigers breakdown. A great week for the Tigers. Not only did you sweep the Royals to put yourself in a great position there, you ended up winning your series against the Orioles. And currently, looking at scores when this video is being made, it looks like you will be holding a wild card spot coming back home with the Red Sox up 9-3, going basically into the ninth at least in Boston. So, looking at the standings from where everything is sitting, you are currently tied with the Royals for the second wild card spot. And if all plays out well and magically Minnesota does not win that one final game in Boston, you're going to be sitting a game up on Minnesota. If not, you are tied with Minnesota as well going into this final week.
Let's do it! This has been a historic. This is like 69 Mets type stuff. This is amazing what they have been doing over the last couple of months. The pitching has been awesome. They're the best team in baseball since
August 10th.
Freak. I mean, that's just incredible stuff. And we got to be so jacked watching it. Sweeney make that catch. I was so mad.
I was mad too. When Foley blew
that lead.
I was so mad.
And I was ready to throw something at the TV and just smash everything because Michigan drove me nuts for the whole game. And then I freaking had to watch Tigers. And I'm like, God dang it. Foley, you pitched like garbage the one time. That was the worst.
His worst outing.
I've seen him pitch.
But I don't know why Hinchton and Poland with bases loaded.
I don't know.
That's what
Sweetie made that incredible catch, and I was just like, "What the freak?" And then they pulled it out 6-4 and 10, and I just can't say enough. I mean, they went 7-2 over between the Orioles and the Kansas City over the 9-game stretch. They went 7-2.
Well, this week they went 5-1.
No, I mean the 3 games against the Orioles.
Oh, the 3 games against the Orioles.
First 3 against the Orioles, they won that series.
So 9-2. Yeah, you went 9-2.
They went 7-2.
7-2
over 9 games. When we thought about that, we were going, man, if they could just go 5-4, they could just be above 500. 7-2. I mean, against good teams.
Another thing you did today that I don't think is getting the recognition because of just the playoff push in general, you have clinched a winning record. You have won 82 games. You are above 500 for the year. You cannot go below it. You have a fantastic away record of slightly above 500 on the road. You're 43-38 on the road, and you are 39-36 at home, but I'm expecting you to win this week. When we look ahead at this week, and we'll look at the teams we are having to look at too, you're going to play Tampa 3 games, who are 78-78 right now. They're still kind of hoping.
Not a bad team.
They're hoping for their playoffs hopes to be alive by the end of the week. Probably not, because currently Tampa is sitting 4 games back. So basically, you end their playoffs hopes if you win the Tampa series. Right. Tampa Bay is knocked out. When it comes to the last 3 games, a very favorable series against the Chicago White Sox, who have beat your record in 2003 for losses, and with 1 loss this week will hold the modern day record for losses.
Right. This is what kind of like, this is that, thing you gotta be wary about, because you look at it, you're just going, we should win this week. We should win the Tampa Bay series, and we should at the very least, go 4-2 at the worst. But I think 5-1 it should be. I think they need to sweep the White Sox and win the series against Tampa Bay.
So
that's what they should be shooting for. I think 5-1 will get them into the playoffs.
5-1 to definitely get them into the playoffs.
Well, you just hope to God
that should the
way Kansas City and Minnesota have been playing, you would think that they're going to each lose at least a couple games this week. Who knows?
So looking at everybody who's still in the playoff hunt, because realistically, with how Minnesota and KC are playing, and if you somehow fall apart this week, it's all possible. But at least we got Boston as the bottom team right now. Again, they're beating the Twins 9-3, about to go into the ninth. They have 2 outs currently in the eighth. Boston's batting. They're going to play the Blue Jays, who are 73 and 83. Recently got eliminated from playoff contention. Winnable series for Boston, and then Tampa Bay and Boston have to play each other to end the year. So one of them will be out right there. They're basically going to kill each other at the end of the year.
I'm not even worried about Boston or Tampa Bay. It's just I want to win.
Yes.
Just win. Do what you got to do. Stop looking at other teams.
Yes.
Beat the teams that you're playing that night, and do the best. Do the best you can. I'm not gonna. I think we'd all be really upset if they don't do it now that they've done such an incredible job up to this point to even get to this point. That it would be, it's going to be disappointing if they don't make the playoffs because they should. But things happen. It's not guaranteed.
No.
And so, like I said, let's just enjoy this. Like they say, stop trying to analyze it so much. Stop trying to figure out what happened, and just enjoy this. This is fun.
Finally, you have good fun baseball.
Right.
Only team that I'm worried about that's behind us is Seattle. If we end up faltering, even though we have the tiebreaker, they play the Astros, who are winning the West. Not the easiest series to win, but Astros are 85 and 71. And then you have the final games for the Oakland Athletics playing in Seattle. They are 67 and 89. Those are 3 winnable games. If they can win, if the Mariners win their series against the Astros and sweep the Athletics, there's somebody to be talking about. And then Minnesota, pretty, I'm not going to say favorable, but to kind of get themselves back into a groove. They will be playing the Marlins before they have to go play the Orioles. So
and the Orioles are fighting.
They're playing at home, so they can sweep the Marlins if they can get back on track. If they can, they've had terrible luck the past week and a half, being walked off multiple times. Right now, they were up on Boston before they got themselves beat up again. Now it's going into the ninth. But overall, that last series between Baltimore and Minnesota might decide a playoff spot, depending on how the week goes.
Right. What's Kansas City's schedule?
Kansas City's schedule for the rest of the week, they have 3 games against the Washington Nationals, who are 69 and 87, and then a 3-game set at Atlanta. So they are on the road this week for both series. They are at Atlanta, who is fighting for a playoff spot in the National League. They're a couple of games out of the wild card in the NL. And it's not going to be easy last 3 games for KC.
I just can't imagine the atmosphere. It should be. I'm hoping that it's everything I think it should be down at Comerica Park this week. I think people are going to go out and they're not going to let these Tigers rest on their laurels. They're going to be, that atmosphere is going to be so crazy.
It's going to be something that has not been seen down there in a long time. The Tigers have waived the fees on their tickets. Yep. So it's straight ticket prices. They want people down there. Team.
Let's get them in the playoffs. Let's make it so insane. These guys want to just go out there and rip the Rays' head off.
Last team, before we get into potential matchups, because we're not going to talk Tigers until we know if they're in the playoffs or not. So we're going to kind of talk potential matchups a little bit here too before we get there. Looking at it, the Orioles are going to play 3 games against the Yankees and 3 games against the Twins. Now, looking at it right now, when we go back to standings, the Orioles are 4 games up on you. They have been struggling. You're going to play a really good Yankees team and a Twins team that's still fighting for their playoff hopes. There is a chance. I'm going to say it's a very slim chance, but there is a chance you end up with the first wild card and you're going to play the lowest division winner. It's not a good chance.
I don't even think,
but it's a slight chance.
Right. It's fun to discuss it, but getting in the playoffs is all that matters.
Yes, getting in the playoffs is all that matters.
It's because with your pitching, you could surprise somebody.
So
you could surprise somebody. Who knows?
Just hypothetical matchups to look forward to if we do end up making it. If you end up being the worst wild card, you're going to go to New York, play the Yankees currently.
Okay.
Right. There's still a chance that the Yankees did clinch the division. It looks like, with there being 6 games left and the Yankees being 6 games up on the Orioles. So Yankees would be, at the moment, the Division 1 winner. Your Division 2 winner, you'd be going and saying hello to Cleveland for a 3-game set at Cleveland.
Okay.
Right now, the West is up in arms. It looks more likely it's going to be Astros because there's 5 games left, and 6 games left, and Houston has a 5-game lead in that division. So it looks like Houston will be your West winner. Out of the 3 matchups, I honestly feel most comfortable with the Yankees.
I'm not afraid of the Yankees.
We have
Aaron
had
Judge,
the Yankees numbers, especially when it comes to postseason baseball over the years.
I'd rather play the Yankees or the Astros than play
You're,
Cleveland.
so looking,
I don't mind even playing Cleveland. What the hell?
So let you're.
Did I miss Chief Yahoo? Or
If you're gonna look at records against each team this year, so season series against the Yankees, you were, I believe, you won the regular season series. They say the Yankees lead 4-0. That is wrong. They did not lead 4-0. The Yankees won 4 of the games. You won 2 of them. So you're 4-2 out of the year against the Yankees. When it comes to the Guardians, if I can find them, because I got to go back in time to figure out where everybody is at. There's the Cleveland. When it comes to the Guardians, the season series, if I can find it again, you won the season series against the Guardians 4-3. So, and you won a couple times in Cleveland.
Right.
So, I mean, I think you have your chance against Cleveland. You really have a chance
against anybody. Like I said, that first series only what?
3 games, all on the road.
Do you know what the secret is? If we can pitch Scooble that first game and get lucky, win that first game.
And you know who you're going to see in the playoffs if you go play the Astros? Justin Verlander.
Justin!
You're going to have to see him again in the playoffs.
Let's do it. I don't think he's having a good year anyway.
Houston won the season series against us 3-2. So regardless,
and we're a different team. I don't care what anyone says. We've been the best team in baseball.
Yes, you are a better team than you were when you played most of these teams.
Team in baseball. We can play with anybody if we can get in. Our pitching can help us play with anybody.
Right now, I believe we have, where we're sitting, our playoff chances are pretty high. So we don't really have to fully
be high. I would think. What do they rate us? I mean, we were at like 10% sometime just a week or 2 ago.
And before the video ends, we can now confirm the Tigers are sitting alone in a wild card spot with the Minnesota Twins losing.
Woo!
So 1 game up on Minnesota, tied with KC for the final wild card spot. To end this video, you are coming home, controlling your own destiny.
Am I stroking out, or is it getting all fuzzy?
It's fuzzy. We lost focus, as we mentioned that we were doing good. But for the most part, we have made it into a playoff spot. 1 week left in the year. You hold it in your own hands, control your own destiny, win. That's all you have to do is win.
Win. Just win, baby. Just win.
All right, but with all that being said, like what you know, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how you feel about the Tigers. Did you think they would even be in this position a month ago, 2 months ago? Do you think we would be here? With all that being said, folks, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, hope to see everybody soon.